Hello, my name is Nathan McLean. I am 21 years old and I have Asperger syndrome. The purpose of this video is to explain Asperger syndrome from my point of view to you. Mostly I'm hoping to educate parents and friends and family who know someone who has Asperger's. Asperger's is a form of autism mostly affecting social skills. Also, people with Asperger's tend to have a major OCD. They may have issues with noises, sounds, senses. I was diagnosed at the age of 12. My parents knew there was something different about me. I didn't really interact with many people. As a child, I was very quiet. I kept to myself. I had very few friends that I would talk to. Usually with people who have Asperger's, I'm like people who most people who know social skills, we don't really know about it. We don't really understand it, such as eye contact, hand gestures, or how to interact, how to start a conversation. To us, it's kind of foreign. Also, like I said, OCD. The OCD can range from different things to numbers, patterns, obsessive things about. They may obsess about certain subjects. As for me, I went through several different obsessions, such as Titanic, Pink Floyd, other little things I would obsess on for a while until I kind of drove my friends and family nuts. It wasn't until I was a teenager that I actually started breaking out of my bubble and actually started learning how to interact, mostly due to my first job at the age of 16. And when you do that, you're kind of forced, in a way, to socialize. At the age of 18, I joined a group of people that ran a haunted house called Fuzzy's Freak Show. And of course, doing that, you have to socialize. You actually have to put yourself out there. Though I was nervous, I was still able to do it. And I look back and I'm glad I did it. I still have certain issues, mostly making eye contact, because if you haven't noticed, I've not really looked at the camera, I'm looking down. I still get nervous around new people. I have issues talking to new people. I get easily distracted. Not as much as I did as a child, but until about the age of 19, I had issues being in loud places where there was a lot of noise, a lot of sound, different kinds of sound, lights, anything like that. It would cause me to have anxiety attacks because I felt like I could not take all of it in. Sadly, a lot of the times, and this happened to me, children who have Asperger's will actually accidentally be diagnosed or may be believed to be ADHD, wherever it is. And that's what happened to me as a child. I easily got distracted, and sadly, they thought I had issues, other issues, and they found out it was something else, of course. Thankfully, I had a mother who pushed me, and she really helped me out. And there were moments I did get mad at her, but later as I look back, I'm glad I understand the reason she pushed me. My mother worked in institutions and with people who were autistic, and she knew what I was going through, and she was trying her best to help me break from this bubble and to interact. Though I am better than I was 3 years ago, like I said, I still have issues with certain interaction. Another thing that helped me break out my bubble was at the age of 20, I joined a Rocky Horror shadow cast. And being on stage and being in front of a bunch of strangers, it helped me kind of break from anxiety. And it's funny, I can be on stage and I can be okay, but if it's just me and one other person, I get a little bit more anxiety. I, for a while, I did have anxiety attacks, and most of it was because there was so much going on around me. I felt like I couldn't take all it in at once, and I would start shaking. One of the things that helped me was meditating. I do take medicine. To parents who have children that are who have Asperger's, best thing to do is at an early age try to help them with interaction. Try to teach them. We'll talk to them about eye contact, hand gestures, things like that. Get them to work or take responsibilities. Get them to join a club or group that will probably help them. Don't push them too hard because they might resent or that will may cause them more anxiety. With OCD, you can't really help it, and like I said, to this day I have really bad OCD. I would get obsessed with some subjects, and I would drive my parents nuts or my friends, or my family. Like I said, I mean, you may get annoyed, but don't. Eventually, it'll pass on. Also, if you notice with me, I don't have much of emotion to my voice. I do kind of stutter. The reason being, it's just to me when I talk, it sounds slow, but to people it seems fast. And like I said, it's just there are moments like doing this video. I have so many things going through my head that I want to say, and I tend to stutter because I don't know how to get it out. And if you have a friend who has Asperger's, there are ways to help them out. I mean, not all of us are the same, of course. I mean, there are different methods, but for me, the best method was going out with friends and being around my friends, and they would help bring people over to me, and being in a group, I was more comfortable to talk to other people, and slowly I would build a friendship or a relationship with someone else. Like I said, other issues I've noticed and remember, for a while I did not like to be hugged or touched. I would freak out. There were certain people that were allowed to touch me or hug me. Anything else, I would scream. I don't know if I can't remember if I screamed or what would happen, but I know I did not like to be touched. And with friends or people I know, to a certain extent, I don't mind hugging or touching. But if a stranger comes up to me and they touch me or something, it kind of freaks me out. It causes me to kind of go backwards in a way. Sadly, as a child, I was picked on a lot for the fact that I was very quiet. I was picked on until about middle school. And thankfully, as a teenager, I started breaking out of it. And I think that, like I said, it is important if you are a parent of a child who has Asperger's, you need to help them with social interaction. Mostly, I mean, of course, to help them learn to socialize, but I don't like to see people in that situation I was in to be picked on for being different, and it's not right. And what's very unique about people with Asperger's, they tend to be very intelligent in some fields. Some in mathematics, some in English, history. Mostly, I had issues with math. I was really intelligent with history and English. I have photographic memory. I tend to remember details of certain things, and it's kind of helped me out in some ways. Other ways, it's kind of made things hard on me. Because with the OCD and having details, if something's off, it gets under my skin. But with OCD and photographic memory, it's helped me at work. It's helped me remember to do certain things. It's helped me to associate with certain things being at a certain place. About a really good movie to watch if you want to really understand the point of view of someone with Asperger's is Sybil Grant is. Though she is majorly autistic, it gives you some perspective of what's like, and there are videos of her lectures, and I watched some of them. They're very great lectures, and she really explains the mind of someone who is autistic or has Asperger's. The main reason I did this video was to show someone the point of view of someone who does have Asperger's. I feel it's important to talk about it and to help people understand it. I feel like there's not that many people that understand it, and consequently, when they meet someone who's quiet, they will pick on them or they will single them out because they don't understand them or they're going through or how they feel about certain things. Now, if you have any questions, you can leave me a comment. I'll be doing other videos. If there's any specific you want to know, like I said, just leave me a comment. I'll do a video on that. I'd like to thank you for watching this, and there will be more to come.